What's up, everyone? Welcome. My name's Tyler, and this is the Clearly Crypto YouTube channel, a channel where we want to know more, grow more, and reap the benefits. Today, I have some news articles from yesterday and today that I found pretty interesting with the crypto market that I want to share with you. We're going to go a little bit over the crypto charts. I'm still a newbie myself. I've been into it about a year, so with any of this, it's definitely not financial advice. Just wanted to share my opinion with you guys. Since I go over so much myself, I figure that it's a way that I can teach other people what I learned. So as you can see here, we're just at 4 subscribers. Would love to get you subscribed. That way you can be one of the first 1,000 OGs into this channel. As you can see, I am rocking my Warsome Wizards NFT. That's a Hedera Hashgraph NFT for those of you that are new to this. From Like I was saying with the market, that was the first thing that I was wanting to go over. As you can see from this chart, the total crypto market has been going down on the daily. The last 4 days we have printed out, these red candles have been going down a bit. I do see it potentially going back up here in the next couple days. If anything, it's probably going to bump off of either of these two resistances that I have drawn out. If you look into Bitcoin as well as Ethereum, they're both in the same way. Bitcoin just passed down one of my supports, so indicators are that we are going down a little bit more. Ethereum as well. Now, as you can see here, though, what I did notice is that we do have a bullish signal, bullish divergence, because as you can see here, we are at the same levels, but the buy volume is a lot higher from this to this. And that's something that I've learned over time with charts, is that you always want to watch the volume. Even if the pricing is about the same where it was before, if it does have upside to the chart, we don't want to do that, then that is a good sign. Now, you always want to put more than one indicator into your tool belt whenever you are looking at charts. You want to make sure to look at the moving averages, as well as the volume and the news, all kinds of indicators whenever you're looking into this. I'm learning quite a bit myself, and I'm hoping to pass that knowledge on to you guys. But one of the big things that I have learned is that you definitely want to take a macro view. As I said, we are on a bit of a downtrend on the daily. Even on the 4-hour, we're showing that we have been going on a bit of a sideways crab motion there. And just moved one of my lines. I'll have to move that back later. But as you can see, we've just been kind of going sideways and to the upright. But if you look at the weekly, we can see that we have steadily been on an uptrend. And as long as we keep this, we can show that we are still kind of in a good spot. That's showing good indicators that we're going to go back into that bull market. If anything, it might not be anytime soon, but that's showing a good uptrend that should affect the rest of the market. I'm going to keep watch of it. I definitely encourage you guys to keep watch of the macro charts as well as the daily and 4-hour. That way you can get different indicators into it. But as far as that, let's get over to the news that I want to show you guys. There's quite a bit of interesting info in here. The first thing that I wanted to go over, we have one of the world's biggest corporations, Alphabet. Alphabet is the world's top blockchain-friendly investor, pumping $1.5 million into the sector. So with this is showing that the big industries are finally getting into the crypto space. They're dipping their toes into the space, which is pretty positive in my opinion. I know whenever people like me, my sister, my brother, my wife, or even, my grandma get excited about crypto, go in there, spend a few $100s here and there. It's nothing compared to these companies funding and investing into these projects like Fireblock, Dapper Labs. We know Circle got with BlackRock, which if you don't know about BlackRock, you definitely need to look into them. They're one of the biggest corporations in the world. They own a ton of capital. Definitely a company to keep your eye on. They're one of the big whales out there. But as you can see, companies like Samsung are working with Animoca Brands. That's one of the big companies out there for NFTs, as well as the metaverse space. You have Microsoft, PayPal, Citi, LG is working with Sandbox, as well as all these other big companies. So this shows that these brands are finally getting into the crypto space. They're starting to put their funds into here. And this just encourages you. What I think you should do, what I'm currently doing, is looking into projects that I believe are going to make it through all of this. Because what's going to happen is we have all of these cryptocurrencies right now, but only maybe a handful are going to make it through this to the next bull market. The next thing that I wanted to go over, which is great for the XRP and Ripple community, I know that they're going to get a kick out of this. I'm sure I'll be seeing it on a ton of channels because it's a big community. I envy you guys. I'm not an XRP holder myself, just to let you guys know. But Ripple recognized as one of America's fastest growing private companies. Now, I wanted to bring this up not only because of Ripple, which Ripple, even last year, was 123rd on here, which, let me see here. Yeah, BlockFi was at the top of the list, had a recorded earnings of 200, or a reported growth, sorry, of 245,616%. That is a huge growth over just a year. Can't believe to hear that. And with that, it allowed it to acquire the Jersey City, New Jersey-based company for up to 240 million. So that's pretty cool to know now, know as well. I know that with Ripple, where did it say? 10 facts. Mansfield, Texas-based healthcare. Oh, okay, that's just talking about those other companies that they beat out. But that was pretty cool to see that not only Ripple, but BlockFi was leading the list for the Inc. magazine company, the fastest growing companies. Along with that, we have XRP. Here's how XRP took up 60% of total volume on one of largest Latin American crypto exchanges. So with this is showing that XRP is definitely growing. I know that they're trying to get out there quite a bit, especially outside of the US, because, you know, that big SEC lawsuit that they've been in works with forever. Don't think that that's ever going to end, though they are having talked about it possibly coming to an end this next year, but, you know, fingers crossed with that. I have my hopes up for them, if anything, because if this case can be closed in a positive manner towards crypto, then it'll definitely solve any issues with that whole securities thing that they're trying to bring over to the crypto space, because we definitely don't want these to be considered registered securities that could affect the crypto space in quite a negative way. I know that one of my favorite channels, Crypto Mason, he goes over that quite a bit, and he's gone over it for quite a long time too. So with this, like it says, XRP takes up more than 60% daily trading on volume on Bitso, one of two largest crypto exchanges in Latin America, like I said, outside of the US. And for those of you guys that didn't know, Bitso, which it said on that article, what did it say? Oh, Bitso partnership. Okay, Bitso increase numbers. And, oh, okay, I thought it had the positioning in here of where it was at in CoinMarketCap, but I looked it up. And since I looked it up yesterday, it has even went up. It was down here in the 50s. But as you can see here, Bitso, where are you at? There we go. We have Bitso up 14.54% as well. And as you can see here, it is 59 in the exchanges for crypto or CoinMarketCap. Top cryptocurrency spot exchanges. You can see Binance is at the top here, Coinbase, which we have news about later on, FTX. So it's making its way up there. It's a little bit down here on the list, but XRP, like I said, getting a big hit right here, takes up more than 60% of that, which, I mean, Latin America is a pretty big space, if anything. That's quite a bit of people. Moving on, though, Coinbase, like I said, this is the news. Coinbase will pause Ethereum deposits and withdrawals during Ethereum merge. I can't believe that they're doing this. I I guess I can understand what they're saying with it. They're basically saying that they're going to pause it just to make sure that they're not for precautionary measures. Measure was precautionary. So they're just trying to make sure that nothing goes wrong with their system, I guess, by having too many orders try to go through as the merge happens. But with this, they are going to, let's see. I don't think it says exactly when they're going to stop. I'm sure that they're going to send out a notification on the app to let people know, but they're going to stop people from doing the payments and withdrawals. And what's even crazier, what I saw in here, is that staked ETH balances won't be unlocked at the time of the merge or be available to or trade or transfer until the Ethereum protocol upgrade completes. The upgrade is anticipated to be completed by early 2023. So what this is saying, along with this, is that they're gonna soon, before the merge, before September 15th, whenever this merge happens, um, Coinbase is going to stop people from not only buying more Ethereum, but they're going to stop them from withdrawing their Ethereum out of the account. Now, once that merge happens and everybody sees the price either plummet or going up, which everybody, with the triple halving, everybody's saying that it's going to be going down, doing a little bit more research myself. That way I can no more encourage you to do yourself. Always do your own research. But with this is showing that you're not even going to be able to take your Ethereum out after the merge. So if you're trying to play the merge, you definitely don't want to be doing it with Coinbase. Even I believe even with Coinbase Pro, it's going to be the same. Which correct me if I'm wrong. Definitely get down in the comments and let me know if Coinbase Pro is going to be any different from this. But from what I read through here, it appears that it's going to be throughout Coinbase. But other than that, moving on. This was pretty crazy whenever I read this. I just wanted to bring this up to show how crazy the Federal Reserve can be whenever they're going against crypto. So this is just kind of a punch at crypto, I believe. I mean, they said this, but I'll show you what I mean with it. The Federal Reserve governor pumps the brakes on U.S. CBDC in favor of FedNow. So in this, they're talking about how they don't want to do the U.S. central bank digital dollar. They'd rather go with the FedNow service because they believe that it's going to be a lot more safe to provide safe and efficient instant payment services. Because, crypto can already do that, like XRP or Stellar, or there's plenty of other ones that they had in the ISO 20022 that could help that. Now moving along from that, you can see with this, it's just the FedNow service. It's just instant payments. So in here, they even talk about what's the difference between faster and instant payments, which is pretty crazy because they don't really have a real definition. They just kind of say that that instant payment refers to a payment in which the user end receives funds in near real time and at any time with immediate interbank settlement of the payment also having occurred. So with this, they're kind of just keeping the bank involved. They're keeping the Federal Reserve involved in here. A couple of things I wanted to point out whenever I was looking through the frequently asked questions, and this is at the federalreserve.org website. I just went up here, I believe, was it over to payment systems? I went up to FedNow, and one of these. Oh, there it is. Yeah, if you go to FedNow services, and then I went over here to frequently asked questions, you can get to the same part. And you can see down here as well. So cryptocurrencies are going to help. They're going to help with cross-border payments and get this everywhere. So with FedNow service, we'll support only domestic payments between U.S. depository institutions. And it does say just at launch, but they don't really say in here how long that would be before it gets everywhere else, I don't believe. Now, correct me if I'm wrong along with that. But along with that, let me see here. There was another part, interoperability with private sector, and I'll reach. And they were saying, so the Federal Reserve is committed to using the widely accepted ISO 20022 standard and other industry best practices to remove unnecessary and burdensome incapabilities that could be a barrier to payment routing, a model of interoperability. So right here, they're even saying that they would use other systems if they were to benefit their system. So, I mean, he's kind of going back. This is kind of going back on what he's saying in his speech, which, like I said, is it's pretty crazy what the kind of things that politicians will say. I mean, in this I got this from here. Let's see. It was up here in one of these. Oh, where was it? I need to keep better track of this for you guys. Sorry. And remember to subscribe while I'm looking for this. So I believe it was down there at the bottom, but yeah, right here. So if you click here, it brings you over here to this like brochure type thing. And this kind of explains to you the FedNow service. But in this, you can see as well that FedNow service will use widely accepted ISO 2002 message standards and best practices to promote nationwide reach for instant payments and support routing interoperability with other instant payment systems. So it's just crazy how they have this everywhere, and then they let this guy, Federal Reserve Governor, come in here and say that he's mainly going to focus on FedNow, and he's not really going to like the CBDCs are where we were going to integrate crypto assets into here. So see, Bowman also took an oblique pot shot at the crypto industry's hope for banks working with crypto assets. Pretty crazy. All right, so moving on from that, altcoin built on Cosmo quietly rallies 327% this month as project launches new stablecoin. So I wanted to bring this up because this is pretty crazy what they're doing. I can't believe that they're coming out with yet another stablecoin. But to their defense, I mean, this is coming out from Atom Cosmos. This is a chain that I have been looking at for a couple years now. I've been in cryptocurrency since about, I believe it was early 2019 that I've been watching it. Now, I wish I would have stayed in it completely, but I've been kind of watching it, reading the news, and Cosmos Atom that's one of the chains that I really like. I like what they're doing with that chain quite a bit. But as far as the stable coin, I'm a little bit worried about it, and here's why. Now, you'll go down here, you'll see that they sent out a tweet. It brings up a Medium article to help explain the stable coin. Now, with the stable coin, guys, um, I really don't see a difference between this one and other ones. They're talking about having Orca built into it, which down here it talks about Orca just being what's going to be used as a liquidation mechanism. If they need to liquidate anyone, because that's kind of double-edged sword. It's a good thing and a bad thing because you definitely want to get people liquidated, that which guarantees that they get their money rather than everything just kind of going out and nobody being able to get their money. I'd rather them being liquidated than a company just go under and bankrupt like some of these other ones. Um, I mean, speaking of that, you have companies like Celsius that are having big trouble. You have USDC. That's what I was trying to bring up. Circle USDC. They're having trouble with the Tornado Cash. With Tornado Cash, they're starting to kick up some dirt over with USDC, so that's kind of blowing some shade over near their direction. So I mean, with that, it's just kind of hard with this. I don't understand why they're trying to come out with so many stable coins. In my opinion, I think that we just have to have a few that work, and that's that. I mean, they're being pegged to a US dollar anyway in most cases. This one talks about how it's going to be what's called a soft peg. For those of you that don't know what a soft peg is, that just means that instead of it being at a hard dollar, it can fluctuate from say 94 cents to maybe $1.04, which it talks about a little bit better down here. Let me see, it has it down here, which they're also going to be getting a ton of fees out of this. So, I mean, one reason why I see them doing it is they are getting quite a bit of money out of it. But down here you can see, let me see, what was it? All right, so did I go past it? All right, so we'll go soft peg. All right, so hard peg. For example, there it was. Ethereum fell. It was DAI. That's why I can think of it. I haven't looked into DAI too much, but that's Ethereum's stablecoin. DAI fluctuate between 96 and 104, just like I was saying, though it was centered around $1. So that's what the soft pegging does. Now, what they're going to do with this is they're going to kind of split it up between having it as that soft peg to the dollar. They're going to have it with Ethereum. They're going to mainly have it with Atom. Atom collateral is insufficient by itself to guarantee USK stability. So, but it plays an essential role, as you can see here. So as I said, they're going to have a big part of it in Atom. They're going to have some of it in US dollar, and then they're also going to have other factors playing in there as far as whatever they get into their protocol to allow people to trade. Because whatever they get liquidity for, and that's whatever people want to put up liquidity along with their Atom to get their stablecoin USK, because that's how you're going to get it. You're going to put up liquidity up against Atom in order to get USK, which this is going to be an it's going to be over collateralized. So that just means that they're going to have, as you can see here, it's going to be 67% over collateralized. So they're going to have so much more over the total amount that they're supposed to have, just to make sure that they have a little bit of wiggle room in case things do go south, since they're pegging a whole lot of it to their own coin Atom. Now, moving along with that, I wanted to bring up how DAI stablecoin just had to be cautious about theirs, because their coin, they're now talking about moving from USDC. As you can see here, that's another reason why Circle needs to be a little bit weary, is they're thinking about moving over from USDC over to Ethereum. Where does it say it in here? And it was more than Maker's Protocol, reporting, blah, 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 blah. Oh, did I pass it? Okay, movement, particularly during down, movements, graph, circulation hint. Okay. Oh man, where was it? I'm having trouble, guys. I'm surprised. Relation trouble with USDC. Yep, I know that. Okay. 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 Since you're preparing defect of USD, almost inevitable. Okay. Yeah, okay, so there it is. Was considering converting all its USDC from its peg stability model to $3.5 billion in Ether. So, yeah, they want to move it from USDC over to Ether. So that's just showing how this stablecoin is trying to move away from that stablecoin, but they're all still pegged to $1 in some way. I mean, that's what I'm saying. And you even have this Australian stablecoin, and this Australian stablecoin had a whole bunch of trouble not that long ago. I mean, they about depegged it completely. You can see it went all the way down to a penny, and that was just a few days ago. Yeah, just 3 days ago, this went down to a penny, and that was AUSD. This hasn't been around that long at all. I mean, look at this. Let me see. So, yeah, it just started this year. We just started this year with this, and it's already been depegged. So, I believe with stable coins, people are gonna just play with it till they can break it. And if they can break it, they're gonna do it so that they can reap the rewards. Because this, I guarantee you, this made some people a ton of money. So that's one of the big reasons I have a problem with stablecoins whenever these companies just say, hey, I'm going to come out with a stablecoin, because one, they're just making a bunch of money off of it, And then two, there's other companies just having so much issues with them, along with, the big flop with Terra. So the last thing that I did want to end off with, I did want to end off with something good. So with this is the DeFi protocol Compound, says multi-chain comment upgrade is ready to go. So this is pretty cool. Compound is one of the oldest DeFi protocols out there, one of the oldest. This thing just runs on Ethereum for now. This is actually going to make it to where it can use Wrapped Ether, Wrapped Bitcoin, Uniswap, Chainlink, and Compound's native coin comp. So that's pretty cool that it's going to be including not only its own native coin, but Chainlink, Uniswap, Bitcoin, and Ether. So this is a pretty big upgrade to the outstanding Compound. As you can see here on DeFi Llama, if you've never seen this website, this is an amazing website to know about. Has a ton of resources over to the side to help you guys out with the crypto market. Just as a little tip for you guys to help you out. But with this, you can see that Compound is number 9 here. Just has Ethereum as far as it's in the lending category. Just has Ethereum, and it's number 9. I mean, you can see that it's at $2.9 billion. And that's total volume locked. So $2.9 billion are locked into here, almost $3 billion. I believe once they get this through, Compound is actually going to move up. I could see them overtaking PancakeSwap, possibly Just Lend, and then, I mean, from there, they're only going to be moving up. I mean, they're including Uniswap in it, so I don't believe that they're going to outtake them. Don't think that they're going to exactly double from it, but they could get pretty close. But yeah, you could definitely keep an eye on them in CoinMarketCap. Let's see. You know what? Let me see where they're at on CoinGecko. Because this is another great website for you guys. If you don't know about it, it'll load correctly. There we go. So if you guys come and look at Compound, we can see that Compound oh no, is this Compound? Yeah, that is Compound, huh? Did I click? No, I didn't click on the right one. I didn't think so. I was like, no, that's way too low. Alright, my bad, guys. Alright, so rank 118, which that's probably going to go up. I mean, I can't wait to go back on this video and say, hey, I was right. But yeah, that's probably going to go up, especially whenever this gets through and they start having all that liquidity pour in from those different chains, especially from like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink. I could see a little bit in there, but especially from Bitcoin and Ethereum, you can see the price has gone all the way from 46 back up to 59 right now. So that's a pretty good gain in the last 30 days. It has been steadily going up. Looks like with this news, it hasn't made it go up too much. If anything, it's gone down just a little bit. Let's see, in the 24-hour. Yeah, it looks like did a little baby pump, and then started going back down because I believe that this news article came out, yesterday. So believe that was that little baby pump here. So that's another thing with the market, guys. You got to make sure to watch out for news articles. It'll definitely explain why there's little pumps here and there. The market, everybody reads a lot of the same articles, so it definitely helps to watch out for those to see what you want to play as far as the market goes. But thanks for sticking around. Make sure to get subscribed. Love you guys, and I'll see you next time.